Hello,
Hello,
hello.
everyone.
Sorry, my volume button was not alive. Thank you so much, Cohen, for introducing us with that beautiful music. And hello and welcome to all of you in the room. It's lovely to be able to be here again hosting. My name's Melissa James. I'm coming from London in England. And before I introduce our wonderful guest, I would like to properly say a hello and welcome everybody that is dialing in, watching via our Facebook page, and also those that are here actually in the room joining us today. So I'm going to say a quick hello to everybody that I can see on screen. It's really odd when I'm on an iPad, I feel like it's really difficult to orient myself. So I hope I'm not going to miss anybody. And huge apologies if I do. Know that it's nothing personal at all. So we've already said hello to Cohen, of course, and we'll introduce him formally in a moment. But hello, I can see Athena is joining us. Candice Say from LA, hello. Oh goodness, apologies if I get this incorrect. Clelio from New Jersey, hello to you. Alex Cumming, hello to you. Aloysius in Massachusetts, hello. Anne in Massachusetts, hello to you. Anne Lafferty, hello to you. Arlene in Berkeley, California, hello. Bob in Albany, big wave. Carol J in CT, wave to you. Caroline in DC, a hello. Carolyn, hello. Curly Tops in VT, hello to you. Delhi in MD. You notice I'm saying the abbreviations because I'm not actually sure what all of them mean. Deanna in BC, hello to you. Elizabeth in California, hello. Fred Stollins in MD, hello to you. Hoda, British Columbia, hello. Jenny, Suffolk in the UK, yes. Julie in Ontario, Linda, Orcas Island, hello to you. Mabel in Bears, Massachusetts, hello. Marin in Brighton, hello. I'm going there on Sunday. Nan in Michigan, hello. Nancy in Washington State. Neil in Boston, hello. Ray, Sally in MD, hello to you. Sue in Seattle, Susan in Cincinnati, Sydney in San Francisco, Tony Becker in San Jose, California, and I hope I have not missed anybody, but I know I have to say a big hello to Joe, of course, who is, of course, the creator of the Daily Antidote space that we find ourselves in now. So, hello to you, and please apologies if I have, by some fluke, missed your name. But first, or rather continuing, I should say, going on to introducing our great guest this afternoon. So I'm really pleased to be able to welcome into the space. I'm not sure actually if you've been here before, you can tell me, or if it's just my first time for encountering Cohen Braithwaite-Kilcoyne. Have I said your name correctly?
Yes, that was
I
spot
have.
on. That was spot on. Look, thanks very
Wonderful,
much. Yes,
wonderful.
I've become a bit of a semi-regular here. I think this is. I can't think what number time this is. Maybe seven or something like that. Something like that.
Oh
Joe
right.
might be able to correct us towards the end. Yeah,
Oh
I've had
wow.
a good few times over the years.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Oh, well, it's really good to be in your acquaintance via the Daily Antidote, which is the wonderful thing about this platform, this show, is I myself have found myself to be meeting all sorts of people from all over the world. Now, let me just tell you that Cohen Braithwaite Kilcoyne is a solo has a solo repertoire that is rooted in the English folk tradition, celebrating the age-old musical heritage of this broad and diverse land, with a particular interest in the music of the West Midlands, where Cohen spent many of his formative years singing traditional ballads, songs, and tunes from the form the basis of Cohen's material, with a smattering of Baroque. I'm intrigued. So why don't we just hear your first song and then let's find out a little bit more about you. Although everybody may already know about you, but I'd like to know a little bit more so we can talk more later.
Well, we're going to go. Thanks very much for that intro. We're going to go a little bit off piece, actually, away from the sort of repertoire that I was speaking about there in my bio, away from the English and towards the Caribbean. You might have spotted I've got a mug of tea here. It's actually a mug of herbal tea, and this is a song, a warning song. My mom's family are from Barbados in the Caribbean, and this is probably one of the best loved folk songs from Barbados, and it's a warning song about the dangers of drinking the wrong kind of herbal tea. Um, or put in another way, it's a dangers about maybe being too trustful of the specially blended tea that your beloved is serving you, and maybe she has ulterior motives in some ways. The song is called Cocoa Tea, and the chorus runs, "That cocoa tea, it is a poison to me. Every time I drink it, I don't know where I be. And if you want to find me, you've got to look for me, because she got my head upsided down with a cup of that cocoa tea." And here's the tune for it. That cocoa tea, it is a poison to me. Every time I drink it, I don't know where I'll be. And if you want to find me, you gotta look for me. For she got my head upside down with a cup of that cocoa tea. I was once engaged to a lady, her love was all for me. No matter the distance she did live, it was no trouble to me. But another girl, she did love me, she took me away from she. And the only thing that bring me back was a cup of that cocoa tea, that cocoa tea. It is a poison to me. Every time I drink it, I don't know where I'll be. And if you want to find me, you gotta look for me. For she got my head upside down with a cup of that cocoa tea. So then I went to the doctor to see what the matter with me. He had me well examined, and then he said to me, "Did you ever live with a woman?" My man never hid it from me, for the woman had a mixture married up and called it cocoa tea, that cocoa tea. It is a poison to me. Every time I drink it, I don't know where I'll be. And if you want to find me, you gotta look for me. For she got my head upside down with a cup of that cocoa tea. So then, my dear good doctor, no good can become of me. Why did you keep so far and didn't come to me? In the end you'll reach the graveyard, prepare what the hour it be. So give all men that caution, beware of cocoa tea, that cocoa tea. It is a poison to me. Every time I drink it, I don't know where I'll be. And if you want to find me, you gotta look for me. For she got my head upside down with a cup of that cocoa tea. For she got my head upside down with a cup of that cocoa tea. Oh yes, she got my head upside down with a cup of that cocoa tea.
Oh, wow. My goodness. What joy.
Yeah.
I don't know that song. What a great song. It's so joyous. It makes such a difference, I think, when you're playing it with. Now, what is that?
So this is a concertina, and I've got
It is
I've probably got about 40 of them rocking round about in the house. This is one of my favourite ones, but yeah, this one dates back to about the 1870s. This is one of the older ones that I own. Yeah, this is a concertina.
wow. I don't think I've seen one that small.
Mm.
They're usually well, I guess you'll tell me that they come in lots of different sizes, but I think I'm used to seeing maybe one that's slightly bigger than that. Is that right?
So you're thinking of sort of like accordions? Are you thinking of like piano accordions? Is that
Maybe that's what I'm
this is
thinking
sort
of.
of this is more or less standard concertina size?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All
it's yeah related to those other instruments, accordions and melodeons, sort of part of the same squeeze box family.
How
That yeah you might be
amazing.
more
So what
familiar
would
with.
be the difference? Because you said you've got how many?
Probably about 40 or 50.
Wow. So what would be the difference between that and some of the other ones that you've got then?
They come in different pitches, different tunings,
Right.
different sizes. Yeah, I've got. In fact, I'll show you one of the more peculiar ones I've got next door. Here we go. So that one there is one of my main ones, and that's a fairly standard tuning. Sort of, if you like, it's a treble register. Whereas this one you'll see is much bigger, and you'll hear is much lower in pitch. So the lowest note on that one is that A there, which is still quite low, but this one goes right down to
Wow.
sort of elephant
Wow.
pitches.
Wow. Wow. But that is quite a lot bigger than the one that you were just playing, isn't it? Goodness.
Yeah.
So tell me, where did this sort of fascination with the concertinas come from?
Um. I came across them pretty much by chance. I was at a folk festival about 18 years ago. I just started getting interested in folk music at that point, and I just saw someone playing a concertina, and I thought, that's my life's mission. I want to learn that instrument, and I did.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Because I didn't introduce where you're from. So you are based in Flint, in which is North Wales, not far
North
from
Wales, yeah.
Chester. Not a
Yeah.
part of, I mean, I've been discovering Wales a little bit more recently, actually, and discovering the beauty of it. But I've been more around Pembrokeshire way.
South
Just
Wales,
tell
yeah.
me what, yeah. So where is it in relation? If I, my
So
geography is
Pembrokeshire's like bottom left, and Flint's
okay.
like top right of Wales.
Right, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely a part of Wales that I'm to discover. So when you were at this festival, was that around the region where you live and grew up?
It's so I didn't actually grow up around here. I grew up in the
Okay.
West Midlands. I grew up in Birmingham,
Of
and
course, you sound West Midlands. Yeah, of
there
course.
you
Right,
go.
okay. Right. Okay. Great.
So yeah, the festival in question would have been in the West Midlands. It was in Herefordshire, which is just sort of Welsh borders, just
Right.
west of Birmingham. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. And what took you to North Wales?
the affordable real estate.
Oh, right. That will always do it. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But I've just spotted, and you'll probably tell us about things that you've got coming up. And I spotted that you are going to be performing. I mean, no good to anybody who's across the ocean, unless, of course, you're planning on make a trip in October across this way. But notice that you're going to be performing at Cecil Sharp House, and Cecil Sharp House is based in London, home to, in fact, there's a name, the English Folk and Dance Society.
English folk dance and song society is
That's
the
it, English
yeah
Folk Dance
yeah.
and Song Society. And I found myself there actually last week performing as part of a feminist folk week that they were holding, which
Right.
was great. So you're going to be there next month. Is this?
Next, it's
Oh,
wow, yeah, next month, but this week.
well, this
Yeah,
week, yeah,
yeah,
exactly, because we are
yeah,
finding ourselves upon October already.
yeah.
So is this one of the things that you're going to want to tell us about, perhaps?
Indeed, yeah. I'm over at Cecil Sharp House on the 4th of October, which is this coming Saturday for people this side of the Atlantic, for their first ever, I get the name for this right, Black British Folk Takeover. So it's a selection of, I think, about 8 or 9 artists that are based over here in the UK with black heritage that are active on the English folk scene. And it's curated by my friend and occasional colleague, Angeline Morrison, who's essentially selected all the artists and done the programming.
Angeline,
Yeah, so
okay,
do you know Angeline?
I do, and I'm trying to remember
Yeah.
how. I don't think it's through this. I don't think it's through Daily Antidote, though. I'm not quite. I think it's through a project that I did called Stronger on Sundays, and somewhere along the line must have connected me to Angeline. So I must try and make that if I can. If I'm around, I will come because it's a great place to be able to go. As I
Absolutely.
say, Cecil Sharp House has a lot of history. They do a lot of research, and they call themselves the English. Well, you remind me again. I can't remember English folk
English
dance.
Folk Dance and Song Society. Yeah.
That's it. Quite a long name, but yeah, wonderful. So you're going to do. Is there anything else you want to tell us about before you introduce your either the song again or another song? Are you doing another song, or are
Yeah.
you going to do the song
I'll sing
again?
the same song again, and I'll get the
That
words
was
right this
great.
time.
Okay.
um, yeah, so that's the next exciting thing coming up, and that kind of ties into today's song. As I said, that's a Caribbean song, and so we'll be talking a lot about. I'll be talking a lot about the Caribbean repertoire because that's the sort of the black side of my heritage is my mum's family from Barbados. I'll be singing quite a bit of Caribbean material I suspect on Saturday. So this song is kind of getting me warmed up for that a little bit. Um, more gigs through the rest of the year. All the details will be on my website. Any
Wonderful.
exciting things on your end at all?
Exciting things on my end. Well, actually, yeah, I'm sort of in the throes of preparing for a concert that I do have upcoming. Again, no good if you're over the side of the ocean um, in the States, but if you happen to be making a trip over this side, or if you are just based over here, I'm playing on Wednesday at another great venue called the Troubadour in London. This is in celebration of a song which has literally been sort of journeying and guiding my life over the last sort of 10 years since I recorded it first. And I've recently made a third recording of this song, which is called Live Again, and I have performed it on this platform before, but done it in a very different way quite recently. So I'm quite excited about it. It's not out yet, and it won't be out until the new year. But this concert that's upcoming on Wednesday and another on Saturday in Hove at the Brunswick is going to be like a pre-release celebration because literally the song, which is called Live Again, has helped me to live, in a way that has just been totally unexpected, and so I kind of feel like I need to give thanks to the song and for having it. So yeah, I'm super excited about those concerts, and if you want to get more details on those, then go to my socials at Melissa James UK, or else my website melissa-james.com, or Linktree, which is it's an odd thing, LINKTR dot double E / Melissa James UK. That's me, done. And please, now, can we hear from you? Actually, before we do, I've just got a question which intrigues me. Because
Yeah.
obviously the introduction that I gave you talks very much about the English folk tradition, which your music is rooted in. And as soon as I said that, you said, "Well, actually, I'm not doing that. I'm going to be doing a song that's more rooted in the Caribbean." How is your music influenced? How do you find yourself blending or just taking from where you want it, wherever you're inspired? Do you write yourself, or are you just singing folk songs? Tell me a little bit more about that, because that's
It's a really good
interesting.
question. Really good question. Yeah, I mean, my first love is for traditional material of any kind, but I do a bit of writing of my own stuff. But yeah, really, I'm interested in traditional material, and I kind of spent the first probably 15 years of my time on the folk scene, mostly focusing on that English repertoire. But yeah, over the past sort of 3 or 4 years, I've been really getting interested in the Caribbean repertoire as well. And I did an album that came out about 2 years ago where I was really getting interested in the connection between the English repertoire and the Caribbean repertoire, because particularly for islands in the Caribbean that were formerly part of the British Empire, there's actually quite a large tradition of songs on those islands that are essentially Caribbean retellings of old English folk songs. So, they were
Are
taken up
they?
by musicians in the Caribbean and they sort of reshaped them in their own musical style. So it's this fascinating historical repertoire that's got a foot in both camps. And that's what I sort of researched on the album that I put out last year, which was called Play Up the Music, sort of Caribbean versions of English folk songs. So that's something that I've been really interested in. And then, getting
Yeah.
interested in the Caribbean repertoire more generally as well. Yeah.
That's really interesting. Are there any songs, just quickly, that you can think of off the top of your head that are examples of that?
Yeah.
Don't worry.
In fact, I've sung quite a few of them on the Daily Antidote a couple of times actually over the years. In fact, the Daily Antidote was kind of a bit of my test ground when I was putting that album together. I mean, Cocoa Tea. Someone asked there if it was a music hall song. It's not particularly, but I do think it's got a bit of a. Even though it's very much a Caribbean folk song, it's got a bit of a feel of some of those comical music hall songs,
Yeah.
both in terms of the storyline and also in terms of some of the shapes of the melody.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, great. Well, you've intrigued me to go and do some of my own research as well, which I will do after this session, of course. So thank you. Please, can you now give us another rendition of that wonderful
Let's
song?
do. Here we go. I was once engaged to a lady. Her love was all for me. No matter the distance she did live, it was no trouble to me. But another girl, she did love me. She took me away from she. And the only thing that bring me back was a cup of that cocoa tea, that cocoa tea. It is a poison to me. Every time I drink it, I don't know where I'll be. And if you want to find me, you gotta look for me. For she got my head upside it down with a cup of that cocoa tea. So then I went to the doctor to see what the matter with me. He had me well examined and then he said to me, did you ever live with a woman? My man never hide it from me. For the woman had a mixture made up and called it cocoa tea, that cocoa tea. It is a poison to me. Every time I drink it, I don't know where I'll be. And if you want to find me, you gotta look for me. For she got my head upside it down with a cup of that cocoa tea. So then, my dear good doctor, no good can become of me. Why did you keep so far and didn't come to me? In the end, you'll reach the graveyard. Prepare what the hour it be. So give all men that caution. Beware of cocoa tea, that cocoa tea. It is a poison to me. Every time I drink it, I don't know where I'll be. And if you want to find me, you gotta look for me. For she got my head upside it down with a cup of that cocoa tea, that cocoa tea. It is a poison to me. Every time I drink it, I don't know where I'll be. And if you want to find me, you gotta look for me. For she got my head upside it down with a cup of that cocoa tea. For she got my head upside it down with a cup of that cocoa tea. Oh yes, she got my head upside it down with a cup of that cocoa tea. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cohen. That was so amazing. Everybody, please give it up for Cohen. So then thank you, Melissa, for such fabulous hosting. Cohen, that was a lot of fun to sing. And it is always fun to have you in here. And I think today might have been the 7th or 8th time. I think you were right. So everybody, please throw it up one more time for Cohen. I'm going to go ahead and let everybody know who's coming up in this upcoming weekend. I'll turn it back over to Melissa for the goodbyes. It is Monday, and we are singing from September into October. And today we had Cohen Braithwaite-Kilcoyne. So amazing to sing with you again, Cohen. Thanks for being here. Coming in from Flint, UK. Tomorrow we have Namvula, also coming in from the UK. On Wednesday we have Lynn Harrison coming in from Toronto, Canada. On Thursday, Shruti Veena Vishwanath coming in from India. On Friday, Brendan Taff coming in from Vermont. On Saturday, new to us, Audrey and Rick Engdahl coming in from Maryland. And on Sunday, we'll close out the week with Irene Espiritu coming in from California. So much fun to be with you all singing for another week. And back to Melissa James. And thanks again, Cohen.
Thank you so much. Thank you again. Thank you to Cohen. Thank you to all of you again for being in the room if you are actually in the Zoom space. And if you're watching live via live stream, then thank you. And if you're watching at a later time, thank you for doing that too. I've just realized I never announced that this is, by the way, show 2003. So that is something in itself to be celebrated. Thank you again to Joe for creating this space for all of us to be here on a daily basis, enjoying our connection to each other via music and via song that is presented every day. So as a final goodbye, I am going to read out everybody who's on the platform at the moment. And again, please excuse me because I'm still getting used to this iPad that I've got and all the buttons and the way that it's configured. So a goodbye from me in London and from Cohen Braithwaite-Kilcoyne, who has joined us from Flint in the UK, in North Wales. Athena, hello and goodbye to you. Candice Say in LA, goodbye. Clelio in New Jersey, goodbye. Actually in the space as well is, oh goodness, sorry, Alex Cumming, thank you and goodbye. Anne, Massachusetts, goodbye. Anne Lafferty, goodbye to you. Annette in California, goodbye. Arlene in Berkeley, California, goodbye. Bob in Albany, goodbye to you. Bob in Mabel Bears, Massachusetts, goodbye to you. Then it's jumped, and where am I going next? Bonnie Boys, Idaho, goodbye to you. Carol J in CT, goodbye. Caroline in, oh my goodness, it's jumping. Caroline in DC, goodbye. Curly Tops in Vermont, goodbye to you. Delhi in MD, goodbye. Deanna in British Columbia, goodbye to you. Elizabeth, California. Fred in MD. Remind me where MD is.
Maryland.
Maryland. Jenny in Suffolk, UK, goodbye to you. Julie in Ontario, goodbye. Linda Benua in Concord, Massachusetts, goodbye to you. Linda, Orcas Island. Mabel Bears in Massachusetts, goodbye to you. Marion in Brighton, goodbye. Nancy, Washington State, goodbye. Neil in Boston, goodbye. Ray, Joe's mom in New Jersey, goodbye to you. Sheila Ginsburg, goodbye to you. Storm in the Zoomiverse, Massachusetts, goodbye to you. Sue in Seattle, goodbye. Susan G in Cincinnati, goodbye to you. And Sydney in San Francisco, goodbye to you. And final goodbye to absolutely everybody. And again, excuse me if I have missed anybody's names, but I think I've got everybody on that list. And thank you again for having me here. Really lovely to be here and to connect with you all again on the Daily Antidote of Song.